Hi, my name is Rob Gordon, and I'm in the process of setting up this YouTube channel, My Mental Health Journey Horror Story, because I want to tell that horror story. It's a story about how my my mental health services provider, Family Healthcare Centers of San Diego, first correctly diagnosed me with ADHD, or at least a psychiatrist there was. Made some wonderful changes to my life as a result. Got that diagnosis late in life. And then how my psychiatrist left and their abysmal behavior since then. Met some real horrible people, really liars and cheaters. And I'm going to document all that. You certainly can disagree, but I think I have the facts on my side. We'll be talking about that. But what I also want to do with this channel is give voice to all the people being harmed by Family Healthcare Centers of San Diego. And it's just happening every day. I'm way behind. I'm collecting them. I'm organizing these stories. I don't know how this happened. Somehow the federal government has left us with an unregulated mess. We get terrible people there. But I'm just going to tell one story at a time, because that's the best we can do here, best I can do. This one came in, I believe, on Yelp, and it was talking about City Heights. And it's from a woman, I think woman, might be a guy, Chaya, C-H-A-Y-A-S is the initial. On all these review sites, you are generally allowed to use a pseudonym. But that sounds like a real name, or at least part of a real name. I'll just read it in whole. If you value your healthcare provider listening to you about your body, don't go there. I repeatedly told Dr. Lopez I did not have COVID because, one, I had COVID previously, and my body reacts to every virus the same way. Head congestion, body fatigue, sleepiness. The symptoms I explained to them I had already had 4 times in the last year, and I'm trying to find a solution to my recurring health concerns. I tried refusing the test, but they tried to switch me to a telehealth appointment while I was in the room with the doctor, and the doctor walked out. I feel they just wanted to get me for every dollar they could. Dollars cash signed up. They even charged me to see the doctor, although that's not policy. 2 stars because the nurses and receptionists were nice. Ironically, they weren't concerned with me having COVID when I was allowed to sit in the waiting room with others for 30 plus minutes. Okay, he said a lot here. He or she, I'm sorry. I think it's a she. I'm going to say she. I got that wrong in comment. But she made a number of points here that might kind of go under the radar for most people. Well, one of the important points she made, they didn't listen. And that is so common. They don't listen, and you'll hear more and more, they don't care. That's the first state of realization you'll have, the 9 stages of grief. The first one you get about family healthcare centers, they do not care. You're a billing entity then. And that's what's really clear in this, that she knew she didn't have COVID. She had it already. She get these same symptoms. She's getting them all the time. But they get money for COVID, so they wanted to do let's see, what did they say? She wanted to refuse the test. She had it. She had COVID. They refused because they get money for that. And they do not believe in patient consent at all. That's coming up more and more again, to an alarming rate, to the point where there's abusive treatment there. I mean, even one guy, I think I'd call it torture. We'll go into that. They tried to switch me to a telehealth appointment while I was in the room. The doctor walked out. So she had that sentence in reverse order. There was a dispute. The doctor walked out. They came back in and wanted to, that's so insane. They wanted to change it to a telehealth appointment. Why? In case she disputed that appointment. Like, it's, oh, yes, we switched her. There's telehealth. They got the same money. This organization, I mean, everything you look at. And she's right. They just wanted to give me for every dollar they could. They even charged me to see the doctor, though that's not policy. I don't understand what that means. They allowed me to sit in the waiting room for 30 plus minutes. So what I got out of this, Family Healthcare Centers of San Diego is actually engineering a new method of billing fraud with this. They have a blown appointment. The doctor even walks out, and they just bring a computer, turn on a computer, and now it's good. It's crazy. It's crazy. We have to hear more than one account, obviously. We haven't heard their side of the story of this, really. They always blame the patient, but we haven't heard their side. But that, another way of conducting billing fraud. I don't know, unnecessary appointments, because that's their number one way. make people who can afford it less come for multiple appointments, and then they cash in on that, and then just ignore what they say and do what you want, because what they say doesn't matter. Anyway, I was promising myself I was going to make this a short video. It looks like I didn't do that, but anyway, I did want to start getting these out more frequently, is one of my goals with this news station, and especially with this particular playlist it's called in YouTube. This is going to be to give these people a voice, because there's no one place to complain. Nobody sees this, nobody cares. But if we start at least trying to talk together, at least trying to get the word out, eventually people will know just what a horrible, horrible thing family health care centers is that's growing up in our community. Thank you.